Hello guys, welcome back to LR Anime. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Flame Emperor episode number 514 based on novel. So let's start. At the high altitude of the magic sea, the rumbling sound resounded through the heavens and the earth, making the countless powerhouses in this battlefield like thunder. The air and the energy of heaven and earth here have almost reached a very thin level. No one knows what kind of shocking battle is taking place here. All they know is that this is the real battlefield of the Lord of Li Soul Territory, Du Chifei, and the half-evil Heiju King, and the Lord of Endless Fire Territory Xiao Yan and the seventh evil god. Countless powerhouses in Lihunyu are struggling to support. They know that the number of powerhouses in Lihunyu is not on the same level as the number of troops led by the seventh evil god. But they showed no sign of giving up. Their strength is weak, but they are using their meager strength to protect this world and the homeland they rely on for survival. The formation that sheltered Li Soul Territory, the huge ocean composed of water energy fighting skills, shook violently, and countless evil auras rushed towards the face. It seems that even with the soul power of Yunchi, the power of Yuanyang formation and the protection of 100 water powerhouses, this piece of the final pure land still gives people a sense of unease that will be completely broken at any time. In the void of the entire demon sea, the roars and roars continued to resound, the blood flowed into rivers, and the smell of smoky demonic blood was so strong that people did not know how many powerhouses had fallen. Such a shocking doomsday scene undoubtedly touched their heartstrings. But no matter how much blood is left, this last homeland must be protected by themselves. Gui Senmiao has been defeated. What else do you have to say? In the second battle circle, Duo Chifei stood upright, holding the 1,000 machine ghost umbrella slowly in his hand. Every time he rotated, it seemed that there was some kind of ghost and power that surpassed this world, quietly pouring out. But at this time, Du Chifei's beautiful eyes were filled with a deep dark black color. That kind of power was like the power of ghosts and gods in the ghost world, and it was mysterious and unpredictable. What a self-righteous idiot. But, do you think that with your strength, you can completely obliterate me? All around King Heiju, jet black magic pillars poured out, and there were actually very beautiful jet black magic faces carved on them. Those demon faces are like some kind of evil ancient creature sleeping in it, and the evil wave that is released from the invisible actually makes the umbrella of thousands of ghosts and gods touch slightly. The ghost world is the territory of the Great Thousand World. Isn't it something you evil people can get involved in? Duo Chifei's solemn voice sounded. The power of reincarnation in the body and the umbrella of the 1,000 machine ghosts and gods actually slowly merged, and a strange power that had never been seen before quietly filled the air. Magic face, sacred pillar. Suppress this king completely. After a while, the pitch-black magic column of tens of thousands of meters fell like a star, and the magic face depicted on it instantly woke up, shattering, rolling, and biting. Completely devoured, demonized. What is that? Li Soul Territory and the army of Endless Fire Territory who were entrenched in the battle in the Demon Sea raised their heads, and there was a wry smile on the corners of their mouths. Such a huge coalition of 7-star or even 8-star powerhouses, under the attack of King Heiju, is not worth mentioning at all. The magic sea is extremely huge, but the magic faces above some magic pillars slanted and scattered. How can a mere reincarnation-level powerhouse endure that kind of destroying magic light? Zhongji, ashes and ashes. But if you trade and then retreat, the only remaining homeland behind you, I am afraid it will be completely swallowed up by it. Hundreds of miles of void, at this time, was completely filled with magic pillars and magic faces, and all the war and energy ripples were mercilessly torn apart and swallowed up, causing anger and carelessness to emerge in the minds of countless strong people. The magic pillar surged, and the magic face perched on it was like a human face. It opened its mouth slightly, muttered, and roared, as if laughing at the people trapped in the sea of magic, laughing at the weakness of these human beings, laughing at their attempts to use such a weak force resists the erosion of the evil army outside the territory. Resisting the evil forces of heaven and earth with the body of a mortal is tantamount to a fool's dream. The void began to collapse, and layers of demonic energy that could not be expelled came along with the attack of King Heiju, spinning, jumping, and every shake would devour and obliterate the few remaining Ghost World Coalition forces. Boom! In an instant, there were some soldiers who looked at death as their bodies moved, and rushed into them with red eyes. In such a situation, someone must take the lead, otherwise. In the face of hundreds of people's relief and recklessness, the magic pillar and magic face did not flinch, and the incomparably evil aura swept away, directly rushing towards those who chose to die. The bones rubbed together, and the sound of shattering resounded through the sky. These magic pillars and magic faces seemed indestructible, and they easily slaughtered those who chose to die, leaving nothing left of their souls. Bang! The scarlet blood and the viscous smell of blood spread between this world, making the anger and killing intent in the hearts of countless figures even stronger. Enough! At this moment, Du Chifei, who has lived in the sky for a long time, took a deep breath of air, and there was an indescribable pain in her chest. These soldiers are all strong under their own command, but now, they resolutely choose to die. They seem to be using their lives to send out an extremely hot roar to these evil army. Ghost world creatures will never be willing to become puppets of foreign evil races. Ha ha ha. Today, I will let you see with your own eyes that the endless creatures in the Li Soul domain that you are sheltering behind you will all perish now. They died because of you. The body of King Heiju decomposed little by little, and slowly poured into the countless magic pillars and magic faces. You are the master of Li Soul domain, and these things must be done by you. You are the master of a domain, you must not do it for personal reasons. Suddenly, countless teachings resounded in her mind. These voices were naturally the teachings given to her by the senior leaders of Lihunyu in the past. In this life, I just want to live for myself. Like that guy, guarding what is worth guarding, even if it's broken. At this moment, a mist of water appeared in Dukefei's beautiful eyes, and the sadness poured into his heart uncontrollably, but the corner of his mouth was filled with a moving smile that the Thunder Master had never seen before. He raised his head slightly and looked at the top of the sky, the highest point where there was a continuous burst of destructive movements. Duo Chifei finally made up his mind. This girl, finally. At this moment, the worry hanging in the mind of Lei Master below completely dissipated. Thousands of machines, the umbrella of ghosts and gods. Duan Chifei's slender hands twitched slightly, stroking the 1,000 machine ghost umbrella that followed him quietly. In just a moment, 5 bizarre myriad manifestations umbrellas shone with dazzling black light, quietly pouring out, circling around Du Chifei's delicate body. Among the 5,000 manifestations umbrellas, there is a certain ancient aura that runs through this world, surging together, and it is actually mobilizing some ancient creature to slowly wake up. Get out. Yes, Domain Master. Today, the owner of this domain will use your life to tell the world. Those who infect my ghost realm will be killed without mercy. A gloomy voice emerged, and behind Duo Chifei suddenly there were towering black shadows, as if crossing the obstacles of endless years, slowly gathering from the endless land. At the moment when those shadows gathered, the sky and the earth turned pale, and even the endless evil creatures in the sea of the demons burst out with endless screams and fears. Shadow of ghosts and gods. You can actually use the first evil weapon to mobilize this kind of power. The 5,000 manifestations umbrellas surged, and the power behind Duo Chifei became more and more bizarre, provoking the Black Dew King in the demon pillar and demon face, and a horrifying low-pitched roar came out. Aren't you guys always coveting the power of ghosts and gods in my ghost world? It's a pity that the powerhouses who are as strong as the center of the ghost world can't completely figure out what the power of ghosts and gods is. But now, it's in my hands. The shadows of ghosts and gods around Duong Chifei's body became more and more solid, and that appearance turned out to be somewhat similar to the demonized Xiao Yan. For a time, Duo Chifei had a graceful figure, and the 5-handled 1,000 manipulation umbrellas around her turned even faster, faintly releasing a harsh low tone. Even if you can mobilize the power of ghosts and gods, so what? This king will not lose to you. Hurricane Demon Face. At this moment, the roar of King Heiju sounded, and countless magic pillars whistled at the same time. It turned out to be stirring up the void, forming an evil storm. Among them, people can't see the real body of the latter at all. He was afraid. This is also his last resort. However, surrounded by such a fierce storm, countless magic pillars suddenly shrank, vaguely forming a sharp thorn in the magic pillar. The top of the magic column became sharp, like an unusually sharp spear sword. It easily ravaged through layers of void, and swooped directly towards Du Chifei's heart. Such an evil blow to the sky was enough to completely obliterate Du Chifei. This is the end of it. Facing the last resort of King Heiju, a faint smile appeared on Duo Chifei's face, and the movement of the 1,000 manifestations umbrella was running in his heart. His palm fell out, and the 5 cold 1,000 manifestations umbrellas floated like sharp blades. When he came out, under the control of the shadows of ghosts and gods behind him, he roared out like the most mysterious overlord in this world. The black shadow poured out holding the 1,000 manifestations umbrella, but it drove the gloomy ghosts and evil spirits in the whole world, and the sky was spinning. The huge offensive of the two became more and more brilliant, and they confronted each other in an instant. However, just at the moment of contact, the evil storm suddenly solidified, and the magic pillar spear was temporarily restrained and suppressed by a certain force, unable to move. King Heiju only felt that he was imprisoned by a sinister aura, and then all the power in his body lost control in an instant. It seems that they have been suppressed by some kind of Xeon existence, and those evil forces are disintegrating rapidly, and they can't break into an army, and there is no idea of resistance at all. Do not. The magic pillar collapsed and shattered little by little, and cracks emerged from it. Even those demon faces were actually filled with an extremely painful and fearful look at this time. With just the last trace of reason, King Heiju's body was instantly separated from the magic column, and the body of a normal human man had been eroded by countless evil lines at this time. With a face full of resentment and unwillingness, King Heiju took his last breath, lowered his head and looked at the bottom of the magic pillar, his face filled with indescribable surprise and fear. At the bottom of the magic pillar, there was an illusory face of a young man gushing out at this time. There was an unparalleled gloomy and arrogant air on his face, but such a strange face revealed an extreme danger, as if it was not at all. The creatures that should exist in this world. That kind of power, that kind of fluctuation, seems to be like the evil things of heaven and earth gushing out from the endless gloomy and demonic abyss. No one can contend against his will. Too strong. The attack so powerful that King Heiju is confident enough is as ridiculous as playing a family, and it is easily destroyed by him. Tear. The 5,000 manifestations umbrellas surged, and the ghosts and gods on them had a sinister smile on their faces, licking the corners of their mouths slightly, as if they were sucking some power. Immediately, the magic pillar collapsed and opened, turning into an evil force in the sky, and quickly escaped. Even all the vitality in King Heiju's body was completely swallowed up by this shadow of ghosts and gods. Boom. In the whole world, the sky is dark, the huge sound shook everyone's body, mind. No one knew at all who would win and who would lose in such a grand battle. But no matter who wins or loses, it will obviously determine the direction of the next battlefield. What happened? The shocking sound of the explosion just came out, and two breaths suddenly disappeared in the sight of everyone, as if they were both completely swallowed by the wave of destruction. I don't know. The energy is too intense, and all our perceptions and detections are submerged in it. The many strong men under Li's soul domain looked at each other in dismay, and their faces became more and more ugly. If the master of the domain of Dukefei falls here, the blow to morale will undoubtedly be extremely heavy. Someone fell from the battle center. Get ready to rescue. Hearing someone make a sound, Yun-Yun's face instantly turned gloomy, and the dazzling holy flames appeared all over her body, so she slowly watched the dark shadow spread out from the center of the battle. The black shadow is like a living dead, there is no life on the body, it is corroded by countless terrifying energy, and it falls down like a meteorite. As if it was eaten by some creature. His back and chest were completely battered by some incurable mysterious force, and the pitch-black demonic blood was surging like a spring. In addition to this, there is no life or any power in the entire body. Roar. At the last moment of his fall, his pupils opened tightly, a look of disbelief remained in his eyes, and the last scream of extreme pain spread into the sea of magic, causing a monstrous shock. Half-evil god. Is King Heiju dead? The body and spirit are destroyed. Above the altar, Mu Yingying also stood up, looking at the King Heiju slowly floating in the void of the demon sea. She was surprised. Nina, you won. The power of ghosts and gods in the umbrella of thousands of ghosts and gods is mysterious and unpredictable. Lord Lei smiled lightly, his voice was full of pride, but his eyes were fixed on the sky, still filled with deep worry. The divine power of the domain master is invincible. The mighty voices of joy spread out from their respective battle circles. It's not over yet, you stay here to defend against the army, I'll go take a look. Du Qifei's chest rose and fell violently, and the situation was very unfriendly. However, as the master of Li's soul domain, she naturally would not let Xiao Yang deal with the seventh evil ***** alone. Whether it is public or private. And the shadows of ghosts and gods that just appeared did make her aware of some wonderful actions. This kind of power of ghosts and gods seems to be somewhat similar to the power of demons on Xiao Yang. We are with you. A moment later, Yun-Yun and Mu Yingying appeared beside Duo Qifei together, and said solemnly, strange. The half-evil ***** and the deputy world master of the center of the ghost world have all fallen. Why does this group of foreign troops show no signs of retreating, but their offensive is getting more and more fierce? What's the matter? For a time, a roar filled the sky again from the entire sea of magic. The top of the Devil's Sea is above the highest point of this world. Standing here, it seems that it can completely overlook the countless realms of the entire ghost world. No one knows how the battle at the top of the Magic Sea went on, but judging from the hot energy fluctuations transmitted from it, the outcome, there is still no obvious trace. Above the sky, the magical sound of the sky emerged, like a vortex of the abyss, almost shrouded the entire top and imprisoned it. No one can enter and leave here at will. Looking through the tumbling sea of magic, it will make everyone feel a lingering fear and despair in their hearts. Xiao Yan. The three girls were extremely fast, peeling off the shackles of the layers of the Devil's Sea like chasing the stars and chasing the moon, ignoring the top of the Devil's Sea, but along the way, they had never seen a ghost world powerhouse under control, including Mu Feng. The people who attended the meeting, including the others, were extremely weird. During the movement, looking at this increasingly rich and evil sea of magic, Du Chifei's eyes trembled slightly, and he said with some concern, "Don't worry, he'll be fine." Yun Yun and Mu Yingying have always believed in their hearts that no matter what kind of catastrophe they face, this guy can always surprise people. At the top of the Magic Sea, this place has already escaped the scope of the Magic Sea. It is the sky of the sky composed of countless magic clouds and sacred flame. At this time, the energy fluctuations that are enough to easily annihilate the powerhouse of the fifth layer reincarnation are constantly resounding, dripping, and silent like the wrath of the sky. The fluctuation between the electric light and flint is shocking. The strength of the dignified lord of the endless fire territory is nothing but that. The seven-eyed evil hidden in the black smoke snorted coldly, but his whole body set foot on a towering demon peak. It's just that there are several completely different auras permeating the top of this demonic peak. Those auras are disorganized, but every time under the urging of the seven-eyed evil god, a force that is enough to threaten Xiao Yang will burst out. Tick-tock. On the other side, is Xiao Yang. It's just that Xiao Yang's complexion and situation at this time seemed very weak. The thick dragon scales around his body could have given Xiao Yang the power to fight against the seventh evil god, but now there are faint traces of shattering on the dragon scales, a trace of bright red hot blood flowed slowly. Obviously, the fights during this period were all dominated by Xiao Yang's dominant position. On the other hand, the seventh evil has always adopted a conservative attack method, which is surprising. Compared to Xiao Yang, he is also very surprised. Although his strength is only at the fifth level of reincarnation, the combination of the dragon god transformation and the power of the seven holy flames is enough to narrow the gap between the two by countless time. However, during the battle during this period, Xiao Yang found out strangely that things did not seem to be so simple. The Vice-World Lord of the Ghost World and the half-evil will fall completely sooner or later, including the evil army you brought. Do you still think you have any certainty of victory? This world doesn't belong to you after all. Xiao Yang's face was pale, he forcibly endured the biting pain gushing out from the dragon scales on his body, and snorted coldly. Since the start of the battle, Xiao Yang has launched many attacks on him, but no matter how fierce Xiao Yang's attack is, it will be easily resolved by the seventh evil spirit. It felt like Xiao Yang's every move had been fully penetrated by the seventh evil god, and every time Xiao Yang's attack would be easily deciphered by the latter. I have no prestige when attacking the seven-eyed evil god. Even the holy flame, which had a very obvious suppression of the evil races outside the territory in the past, could not affect the seven-eyed evil god at all at this time, and the seven-eyed evil god never launched the final attack, which made Xiao Yang very concerned. This guy, as if waiting for something. The strong people in the center of the ghost world are just a bunch of idiots who are greedy for profit. It's not a pity to die. And the ultimate goal this time is not them. The seven-eyed evil god sneered, as if he didn't care about the life and death of the two mentioned by Xiao Yang. His purpose is to attack and erode the entire ghost world, thereby paving the way for the huge army of foreign evil tribes and opening the passage to the great world. Those who died all laid the groundwork for the victory of the evil races outside the realm. Death, the body and spirit are destroyed, that is their honor and pride. They should praise the great decision-making outside the territory with gratitude. Just like in the First World War, countless strong men fell, and the current situation was established just now. Xiao Yang, do you really think this evil will launch an attack unprepared? The black mist trembled, and a contemptuous smile broke out in an instant. It seemed that everything was under the control of the seven-eyed evil god. In response to this, Xiao Yang's expression also became strange. His intuition and the holy flame in his body told him that this seven-eyed evil spirit was definitely the most maddened among the foreign evil races he had ever encountered. A true fanatic among the alien races. All your information has already been thoroughly penetrated by me, and now I have a complete countermeasure for every move you use. This battle is the cemetery of the sky tailored for you. Originally, this trip to the ghost world was just to attack this area to create a gap, since you forced your way in. Then let's be buried here. The demonic roar of the sky shook the sky and the void suddenly trembled. Standing on the sky at the top of the clouds, the body of the demonic mountain swelled up instantly, like a demonic vein in the Tian Shan Mountains, stretching for tens of thousands of miles. The black mist of the seven-eyed evil god shrouded the top of the Tian Shan demon veins without any unnecessary fluctuations. Just this one stop gave Xiao Yang an irresistible shock. This Tian Shan demon vein is absorbing the countless powers of heaven and earth in the place where the two of them are. All the power is absorbed by it, and the mountain range becomes dark and deep. Under this power, even Xiao Yang's figure has become smaller. What kind of trick is this? Xiao Yang was covered in scars and stood in the void with those shattered tyrant dragon scales, staring at the huge wrist of the seven-eyed evil god. Xiao Yang clearly knew that once this level of attack fluctuations came, it might cause unimaginable disasters, but at this time Xiao Yang was helpless. At least Xiao Yang didn't destroy the power and intention to stop the evil god's attack. Just as the seven-eyed heretic god said, every move on Xiao Yang's body has been completely deciphered by the seven-eyed heretic god, and it is impossible to cause any real damage to him at all. Slowly, with the formation of the Tian Shan demon veins, Xiao Yang suddenly felt an aura of resistance and chill originating from heaven and earth, filling the air around him. At this moment, this sky world seems to be controlled by the seven-eyed evil spirits, and countless huge and magnificent forces are vaguely facing his body, and the positions are gathered. At this moment, Xiao Yang, like a heinous heretic, was banished to a temple full of pure power, and waiting for him, I am afraid that only the seven-eyed evil spirit will pronounce the life and death sentence. This feeling, is it familiar? In the dark fog, there was another sneer that was almost insane. The Holy Sea, the power of angels. It turns out that you are also a moth in our world. When facing this kind of aura for the first time, Xiao Yang was like a newborn baby, without any strength to fight back. But at this moment, when faced with such a strange power, although it was a little unbelievable, Xiao Yang still faced it calmly. That oppressive power is clearly the Holy Sea, the angelic power unique to the kingdom of angels. The seventh evil in front of him is actually an angel. The dragon scales on the top of the body subsided, quietly replaced by a trace of conspicuous bloodshot that permeates the skin. In Xiao Yang's chest, suddenly there was a hot flame burning and roaring. That is the breath of the devil. The devil's disobedience and disdain for angels. But now, you don't need the power of the devil, all you need is the awe-inspiring energy that comes from the blood of the devil and is not afraid of the sky and the earth. How powerful is the seven-eyed evil god's sixth reincarnation rank? Xiao Yang didn't know. However, the gushing out of the devil's bloodline has completely erased all the worries in Xiao Yang's heart. Devil, never back down. Since the seven-eyed evil god's goal is himself, that's just right. He took the seven-eyed evil god to test his hand, and announced to the countless peak forces in the Great Thousand World, as well as the evil races outside the realm. The Xiao family did not fall or perish. They are now slowly recovering, reappearing in the Great Thousand World with a certain revenge attitude, announcing to countless friendly or hateful creatures. Xiao clan, come back. Today's Xiao Yang has such strength and courage. Tian Shan demon vein, divine seal of 10,000 lights. The seven-eyed evil god still did not reveal his true face, the black mist trembled, and the gloomy voice resounded throughout the sky. However, even after Xiao Yang recognized that the power he used contained the power of an angel, this guy didn't show any restraint. He seemed determined to kill Xiao Yang. Immediately, this Tian Shan demonic vein, which was formed entirely by the energy of heaven and earth, trembled. The palm-sized light prints should have been pure and holy, but at this moment they were a little hideous, surrounded by endless demonic energy and the power of angels, which looked very terrifying. Countless light seals are like rocks and dust poured down from the mountains. The number is incomparably huge, with some kind of evil fluctuations, flooding into disaster. The angel family is sacred and solemn, and is admired and respected by the world. It is unexpected that a traitor like you would appear. Today, I will clear the door for the kingdom of angels. Looking at the seven-eyed evil spirit in front of him, the killing intent in Xiao Yang's heart became more and more gloomy. At the same time, the body lit up like a scorching sun, and 7 colors of flames with different energy attributes poured out. Cyan Yu Yang, the 36th Wanmu Yuanhua, a thick and khaki yellow fire, the 35th fire heart Tian Yang, Cyan Ghost Fire, the 24th ranked ghost-faced mixed flame. The mysterious fire that never dies is ranked 17th and 18th respectively. The green fire of life, the 10th ranked Wulu Zilingyan, the pure and sacred golden flame of sincerity, the 3rd ranked reincarnation flame of heaven. 7 completely different flames rushed out of Xiao Yang's body, alternated on top of his body, and finally turned into layers of demonic melting flame shawls. No matter how long it has passed, the source of holy flame hidden in Xiao Yang's body is still one of the most powerful and ancient forces in this world. When the enchanting flame shackles wrapped every inch of Xiao Yang's flesh, every inch of skin, a monstrous fiery wave erupted in an instant. At first it was just a flame, but after a while, it suddenly turned into a vortex of flames that could devour everything. Now, it's time to settle the grievances between us. Xiao Yang looked at the 7-eyed evil spirit standing upright at the top of the Tianshan demon vein, and his tone was cold and silent. A handsome face, with a touch of peace that is extremely rare in the world, and lines of flames quietly flow in the skin and blood. That is the holy pattern, the flesh and blood under the protection of the 7 holy patterns, and the flame shackles. At this time, Xiao Yang's whole body is full of inexhaustible flame power. The whole body and flame shackles are covered with flames, like a supreme flame lord, with great power. Too strong. Now fully armed, Xiao Yang, who volatilized the power of holy flame to the extreme, and the 7-eyed evil spirit who deliberately tried to obliterate Xiao Yang, both seem to be the strongest. The real confrontation is imminent. The divine seal of 10,000 lights, annihilate. Seeing Xiao Yang so powerful, the 7-eyed evil god spoke confidently. The mountains trembled, and countless light imprints burst out in an instant, rushing down like rain, mercilessly whipping away at Xiao Yang. The seal of light is like the prohibition of the gods. Wherever it passes, the void disappears and quiets down. It seems that even all fields and defense forces are instantly ignored by it. Bang bang bang. Facing such a terrifying monstrous offensive, Xiao Yang's expression remained silent, and the heart in his chest began to beat. The speed of the beating is extremely fast, and every time it beats, it will produce a breath of holy flame, which supplements Xiao Yang's injured body. Bring it on. Feeling the 7 kinds of holy flames, the common angry roar of the holy patterns, Xiao Yang sneered, and his wide palm quietly stretched out, trying to grasp the light seal gushing out of the Tianshan demon vein. Even if the 7-eyed evil god controls the power of angels, his power is eroded by evil forces. The power of holy flame is equally useful to him. Boom. A huge sound like the giant drum of the sky being pierced in an instant, trembled every inch of the sky, and the rubbing and shattering sound slowly came out from Xiao Yang's palm. Countless light marks were easily broken and destroyed. Your attack is not worth mentioning. Since you already know all the tricks I used in the past, and you don't know what I look like now, do you still have a way to deal with it? 7-color holy flames, holy patterns circulated, Xiao Yang's monstrous holy sound spread out, sweeping and purifying the entire sky. Xiao Yang knew that if he wanted to deal with the 7-eyed evil god now, he had to use power that he had never used before. Otherwise, the previous tricks would not be able to deal with him at all. Then, try this. Seeing his attacks being defeated by Saint Yang Xiaoyan one after another, the 7-eyed evil god finally moved, and with a movement, he quietly walked out of the black mist. The visitor looked like an old man with a wrinkled face, like an old man in the twilight, but a very obvious word light was carved between his eyebrows. I can't see, there is still a bit of human-like appearance. Seeing the 7-eyed evil spirit in its original form, Xiao Yang's heart felt a little heavy. Wait, this is a person wanted by the kingdom of angels. After a while, when his eyes saw the word light between the eyebrows of the 7-eyed evil god, Xiao Yang lost his voice. I was originally the lord of the holy sea of a continent in the human world, but the old guys in the kingdom of angels are biased. She just went astray and was controlled by an alien race, but deprived her of her identity and power as a traveling angel, deprived her of everything. The old face of the 7-eyed evil god suddenly became ferocious and crazy, and he roared with bared teeth, looking very frightening. The evil outside the realm. Liu Hui's eyes. Xiao Yang couldn't help but make a bold guess. Shut up, how can you dare to call my ancestors by name? Just a descendant of the fallen Xiao clan. You all deserve to die. If it weren't for the illusory promises that Xiao Lingshan made to the poison **************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************** How can our entire race be excluded and wanted by the kingdom of angels? All of this, it's your Xiao family's fault. Damn you. I will obliterate you, and then torture your nerves little by little, refine you into the most perfect puppet, and make the last descendants of your Xiao clan completely become alien. Ha ha ha. Scarlet eyes. The mutated angelic power and evil power continue to float out from the body of the seven-eyed evil god, blurring the world into shaking, and it will be completely shattered at any time. Liu Hui's eyes should also be the seventh evil ***** outside the realm. No wonder you keep covering up your true body. Liu Hui's eyes have been beheaded by the poison ***** Xuanhe, but you, this younger generation, don't even know how to repent and still take her place. Xiao Yang sneered and said, in the body, the radiance of holy flame slowly rose. What do you know? It's not us that's wrong, it's the world. Only under the leadership of the leader of the outside world, can we build a world where all living beings will gain immortality and happiness. Now, she is one with me, and I am her. She is me. The gloomy laughter of the seven-eyed evil god sounded, but it was particularly shocking. As soon as he finished speaking, his old face suddenly sank, and the entire face instantly became dark and gloomy. Not to mention, 7 pale eyes quietly occupied the entire face. A wave of ill will rising from the sky, accompanied by a burst of angelic power that imprisoned the soul, slowly passed from the face of the seven-eyed evil god. The soul power of the divine movement realm? Looking at the 7 white-eyed eyes gushing out from the face of the seven-eyed evil god in front of him, the spiritual palace in Xiao Yang's body swayed violently, and an unprecedented sense of unease permeated. This guy's strength has reached the 6th level of reincarnation. In addition to the mysterious power of angels, evil power, and even the soul power of the immortal wandering realm, Xiao Yang's pressure was greatly increased. 7 eyes, the power. Just after finishing speaking, strands of white flames appeared one after another in the blank face of the seven-eyed evil god. Above the white flames, there are countless foul-smelling and corrupt demonic energy, slowly eroding everything in this world. The 7-eye patterns surrounded by flames slowly fell off and suddenly surrounded Xiao Yang. The power of the 7-eye pattern turned out to be an ancient formation that slowly built a light attribute. At the moment when it was surging, the burning determination in Xiao Yang's body, and even the manipulation and operation of forces such as the dragon god transformation, instantly returned to calm. It seems that the formation constructed by the power of the 7 eyes has the strange power to restrain Xiao Yang from using fighting skills. Once the formation is formed, it is enough to completely kill Xiao Yang's thoughts of using fighting skills. Just when Xiao Yang was aware of the movement, 7 intertwined rays of light shone, and the formation had become the 7 beams of gods in the kingdom of angel. This kind of formation was different from the Do formation master, and Xiao Yang could not break it, because the formation of the angel kingdom was used to restrict a single enemy from displaying fighting skills or strength, which was completely different from the formation used by Do formation masters to resist thousands of enemies. Weakness, daze, and despair poured into my heart little by little. Those strange and ferocious emotions, combined with the 7 lights array, slowly eroded and devoured Xiao Yang's will. Xiao Yang is like a king in the fire with endless flame holy energy, imprisoned ruthlessly in a barren land. There is no way to crack, there is no means to escape, all that can be done seems to be just waiting for the eternal death. Humans, after all, are flesh and blood. Without a body, even a powerful person can only protect their soul from being damaged. In that case, their own strength will also be greatly reduced. Not to mention that the attack of the 7-eyed evil god is mixed with the unique power of the kingdom of angels. Form a formation with the unique power of the kingdom of angels, interfere with the thoughts and powers that limit the enemy's fighting skills. Today's Xiao Yang, in addition to being able to mobilize the power of the 7 holy flames, it seems that all the fighting skills in the body have become unfamiliar for a while, and he is deeply shrouded in the formation. Unleash the power of fighting. If a 5-layer reincarnation level powerhouse does not have the blessing of fighting skills, what is the difference between him and ordinary people? This is the power of my evil artifact, specially prepared for you. The 7 souls and eyes of the 7 lights array. Seeing Xiao Yang bound in place by the formation like a criminal, the 7-eyed heretic god burst into laughter crazily. His entire body was shaky, and there was darkness on his face, without any outline, like a faceless man, gloomy and infiltrating. As powerful as Xiao Yang, he was not worth a single blow. I will use this strongest blow to make you clearly realize, what a stupid decision to provoke us. The 7-eyed evil god began to sing. He lost his face. He didn't know where he uttered his voice. However, The energy in the sky around him was gathering towards his body little by little at this time. That is the power of angels, the purest power of angels. The seven-eyed evil god actually wanted to use the forbidden technique of light to kill Xiao Yang, because he knew that Xiao Yang, who was carrying the 7 kinds of holy flames, had almost reached an incomprehensible level of resistance to evil forces. Only the purest forbidden technique of light could cause real harm to Xiao Yang. Although he wanted to temporarily deprive him of his evil power, he didn't care anymore. As long as he can obliterate Xiao Yang, the descendant of the Xiao clan left by the Xiao clan, he can be considered worthy of Liu Hui's last wish. As for Xuanhe, the ***** of poison, this guy will pay the price sooner or later. The chant of pure light attribute forbidden art takes a lot of time, but the seven-eyed evil god has long been prepared. A little bit of pure dawn came from the sky, quietly surrounding him. Such a powerful attack, he wanted to smash everything here. Boom. The energy was gathering, and the body of the seven-eyed evil god suddenly poured into the top of the Tianshan demon vein, and his hands made a gesture of supporting the sky, which was in sharp contrast to Xiao Yang, who was suppressed by the seven-eyed beam formation below. Damn. If this goes on, once the light forbidden technique comes, I'm afraid this body of mine will be completely destroyed. Xiao Yang's eyes became calm, looking at the flame shackles surrounding his body, the 7 holy patterns and the power of holy flame. His eyes slowly became cold. This body is the best body for cultivating dragon god transformation, and Xiao Yang will not give it up easily unless it is a last resort. Today's Xiao Yang, unable to break through the shackles of the formation, unable to perform fighting skills, can only use the fusion of holy flames and holy patterns that have already been condensed on his body to fight against the seven-eyed evil spirit. Tear. Just when the 2 of them were condensing their monstrous offensive, the sky was instantly awakened by a slight tearing sound. Xiao Yang. The 3 girls took the lead in emerging from the endless clouds, and their beautiful eyes glanced at Xiao Yang, who was deeply trapped in the formation. Don't come here, be careful. Seeing the appearance of the 3 girls, Xiao Yang just wanted to speak out, but he saw the Tianshan demon veins surging in front of him in an instant, and the pitch-black energy viciously stirred the whirl. Before the 3 women's figures could be stabilized, they were dragged into a dark cage of evil energy by the demon vein of Tiantian Mountain. A burst of fear, the fear from the depths of the soul permeates. Pitch-black energy, like the evil giant claws of thousands of feet, huge in size, with monstrous evil power, as if a single blow can completely annihilate the entire Li Soul realm. What kind of power is this? The 3 women's chests were violently heaving and shaking, and a strong unease was suspended. Obviously, the seven-eyed evil god had long expected that someone would come up to disrupt the situation, and he has prepared a surefire plan. Ha ha ha. Xiao Yang, today this is your heavenly tomb, let you all enjoy this scene of prosperity. The insane voice of madness slowly sounded from the void in the sky, and countless extremely pure light attribute powers dripped little by little, imprisoning all the actions of the 3 girls. The 7 lights beam formation surged slightly, releasing the purest halo, burning Xiao Yang's skin little by little, imprisoning his soul. The blood slowly flowed out from the gap between the skin, but the blood at this time was not an ordinary bright red, but a blood ink color full of evil spirits. The forbidden spell of light attribute is enough to be on a par with the great immortal arts in the world, not to mention the power exerted by the 7-eyed evil spirits, which is no less than the category of top immortal art. Ordinary people cannot compete with the forbidden technique of light, because the power of forbidden technique of light is enough to easily obliterate any strong person, completely obliterated from the source and even the root. Even an unparalleled powerhouse with the secret of immortality as strong as a demon emperor would not be willing to confront an angel head-on, because it is the oldest and most sacred power between heaven and earth. All those who try to resist the light forbidden technique will be regarded as heretics and will be punished. In front of the light, no matter what kind of powerful power it possesses, it seems not worth mentioning. Because the power of light is enough to limit, isolate, and even ignore all the powers of heresy, carry out unilateral judgment, and obliterate it. This video will end here.